welcome to Words Have Power Murder Hour. I'm Shelly, and this is a terminology video. As with the other terminology videos, we have a makeup portion wherein I talk about makeup at the very beginning for a reason. Shout out to Bailey Syrian for being the ultimate inspiration for me to do it this way. Okay, so I had this lipstick on. The lettering does not show up on there at all. And between videos, I put this on. And it's more of a reddish, kind of like a pinky red, whatever. You can kind of sort of see it. Hold on, let me see. That didn't improve things like I thought it would. So, yeah, this stuff smells like vanilla. It smells really, really good. And once it dries down, it's not coming off. I'm gonna have a really hard time removing this stuff off my lips. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of lipstick. Like, oh Lord, this is gonna be difficult to get this stuff off, is what I'm saying. And I'm still working with the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. Okay. And I had Dream Maker on there along with Meadow and Catch Me, and then I added, like over time, over the videos, I've added Garden Date and then Melody on the lid. Oh, you can see some of the sparkly. I mean, it is so pretty. I do love this palette a lot. It makes me so happy. So I'm thankful for the gift card that I used from Christmas to get that palette. No allergic reactions, no nothing. It's awesome, wonderful, love it. It's quickly become my favorite palette. Like the Garden Variety one is good, but it's really kind of more subdued. This, wow, like very impressive. I am impressed with ColourPop, both for the like no allergic reactions, and also it's just really pretty and it feels good on. Like putting it on is very easy. Love it. All right, that's the makeup portion of this video. On this episode, we're going to be talking about limiting or taking away access to vehicle, home, debit card, whatever resources. Abusers quite often will use personal possessions, either the abuser's personal possessions or the victim's, as a means of control. So if you are, let's say you're the one working and your abuser lives off you like a leech, like some of them like to do, to punish you if you do something they don't like, they may say, oh, I'm taking the keys to the car, you can walk to work. Or, you know, they might demand your debit card because they don't want you to go anywhere during or after work. They want you at work and straight home. That's it. Or they might throw you out of your house or threaten to throw you out of your house and throw all your possessions out by the street if you don't do what they want you to do. Why? Because they're abusive and they're a scumbag. And you don't deserve to be treated that way. That is all abuse. No one has a right to deprive you of your property. If you're married to someone and they try to say, that they won't allow you to have access to a vehicle or money or whatever. If your resources have been combined, or if, let's say, you're a stay-at-home mom and your SO says that they won't give you any money, and they'll kick you out and all this and that. They're trying to downplay you as a human being and your worth as a human being. So, let's say that they tell you, oh, well, if you leave me, I'll take everything. No. You have the right to your personal property and to your portion of whatever resources. If you decide you want to leave and they try to restrict you from gaining access to your personal possessions, etc., call your local police department or sheriff's department. Tell them that you need to be escorted onto the property to get your things. I've even heard of one victim who, she owned the house. She owned the house, the cars, everything. And he tried to kick her out of her house that she owned. Her name was on the deed. Her name was on all the vehicles. They weren't married. He had not lived there for very long, if I remember correctly. He tried to kick her out and take over her life, like everything, all her resources. So, even if you have an apartment and it's his apartment or his house or whatever, you have a right to your personal possessions and property. No one can deprive you of your personal possessions and property. I'm saying this as an ex-law enforcement officer. It doesn't matter what jurisdiction you're in. Call law enforcement and tell them you need a police escort to get your things. If it is your house, your property, your apartment, tell them you need him removed from your place. Now, you may have to go through an eviction process. You have to look at your lease. But he does not have the right to deprive you of your space. Even if it's his place, he would still have to go through the eviction process. But I would suggest just saying, I just want to get my things and leave. Most sheriff's departments have no problem sending out an officer or two to go with the victim to get their things. And if they have damaged or tossed out your possessions, you can sue them in civil court for damages. I would also suggest talking with a lawyer, going to legal aid. Call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. If you're here in America, there are other hotlines in other countries like Canada, etc. And see what legal action you can take. But a lot of the time, abusers they won't just target like pets, family members, and friends. They'll also target your access to your cell phone, to a computer, to any device where you can contact loved ones and family, friends, etc. They will target your ability to move freely through the world in any way they can, and it's all about control. But ultimately, you do have control over your life. That is the thing they hate the most. They don't like their targeted victim busting out of that cage. And that's what it is, a cage. You have the right to be a person who utilizes your own free will. Alright, so this is going to be another one that's somewhat short. And I cannot express enough how abusive this is. And this is another thing where people say, well, why doesn't she just leave? To that, I would say, are you capable of coherent, logical thought? Because it doesn't seem like it. And I wonder what you're doing to your SO when nobody's around. If you think that way. If you say those things, you're victim blaming, you're victim shaming, and you're shameful. You are shameful for asking that question. So, this is all abuse. Just keep that in mind. And if you are a family or a friend of someone who is being treated this way, and you're seeing this happen, please pay attention. Please be aware. Understand that you're just seeing a tiny sliver of the actual full abuse that's going on when no one's around. When you're not around, there's way more happening. So stand by. Try as best you can to be there for your friends. It may be hard, but your friend is worth it. Or your family member. Or it could be a coworker. All right. This is another short one. Well, short-ish. Remember, you have the right to say no. And if your no is not respected, cut that person out of your life. You also have a right to your car, your cell phone, your finances, your personal possessions, your own free will. Just saying. I love y'all. Bye. Hello. If you have enjoyed this video, and if you're enjoying my channel, then please like, subscribe, share, follow, ring the bell, and hit all. Comment, all of the above. It all helps with the algorithm to get the videos up so that people who need them can see them. And that is the whole point of what I'm doing. Thank you, and have a good day, night, or whatever. Bye. See you later.